Very good morning, class 12. So let's continue with the chapter which we have already started from the book Vistas, named Ivan Tries an O Level, written by Colin Dexter. So we have already discussed about it. We have already read about it that how Ivans, who had run away thrice from his prison, so he learned the German language and now he had an exam for it. So how the authorities, the Oxford prison authorities, made it comfortable for him to give the exam in that particular cell only, although they were more cautious so that he should not run away next time. So various arrangements have been made, and especially the invigilator McClary came from the uh, Reverend McClary came for invigilating the exam. Stephen and Jackson were on duty appointed by the governor. So governor received calls in between. He thought even that these calls might be fake also, but still everything worked smoothly at that time. So around 11:25 a.m. in the morning, the exam got over, and Stephen, he was assigned the duty by the governor to accompany McClary to the invigilator to the main gates again. So we are learning here. Exam got over, and Stephens he accompanied McClary to the main gates. So when he accompanied him, he noticed that McClary he looked slimmer. So I'm reading for you. So let's try to understand. We are on page number 81. How did he get on, do you think, asked Stephens as he walked beside McClary to the main gates. Ouch, I cannot think he has distinguished himself, I am afraid. His Scots accent seemed broader than ever, and his long black overcoat reached almost to his knees, fostered the illusion that he had suddenly grown slimmer. So Stephen started a conversation with him and to the McClary, and McClary even answered in a different accent. And there he noticed that this McClary, he was looking slimmer. He was wearing the long overcoat till knees. So there he seemed slimmer to him because he only took him to the sale when the exam started. Now it seems different to him. Stephens felt pleased, so he was happy that governor had given him order to accompany McClary, not Jackson. So he felt pleased that governor had asked him and not Jackson to see McClary over the premises. And all in that morning had gone pretty well. But something stopped him from making his way directly to the canteen for a belated cup of coffee. So when he dropped McClary to the main gate, so when he came, he was thinking about it, how governor had given him this duty, assigned him his duty. So he wanted to go to the canteen for a cup of coffee, belated cup of coffee, but he something stopped and he decided to go and see Ivan's first only. It's mentioned also, there is an example also, as it was about a woman who could never really convince herself that she had locked the front door when she had gone to bed. Often she would got up 12, 15, sometimes 20 times to check the board. So he gave the example that he had seen in a program, in a TV program, that how a lady before going to the bed, she always used to check the bolts of a door 12 to 15 or sometimes 20 times whether she has locked it properly or not. So in the same manner, we got to know that Stephens, before going to the canteen, he decided to go and see once whether everything is all right or not. He entered the D wing, made his way along to Ivan's cells, and opened the peep hole once more. So through peep hole, he noticed, "Oh no!" he shouted, "Christ, no!" There sprawled back in Ivan's chair was a man. For a semi-second, Stephens thought it must be Ivan's, a grey regulation blanket slipping from his shoulders, the front of his closely cropped, irregularly baffled hair awash with fierce red blood, which had dripped already through the small black beard and was over even now spreading horribly over the white clerical collar and down into the black clerical front. So he noticed that when he shouted, "Oh no, Christ," he noticed that on Ivan's chair there was a person sitting and there was a huge blood on his whole face and on his clothes. For a semi-second, he thought that Evans was injured, but he realized on Evans' chair, McClary was sitting, he was injured. Try to understand it. It's written there's a blood on clerical collar and the other clerical front. So this is something which wear by the clergy people, these kinds of collar. So for a semi-second thought might be Evans, but it was McClary. So now think. Here he noticed the person to whom he dropped outside, he was looking slimmer. His accent was different. And here McClary was in the injured condition. Stephens shouted widely. So he shouted widely so that Jackson, governor, and other people should also come there. And the words appeared to penetrate the curtain of blood at Will McClary's ear. So he shouted so hard that even McClary's ears were feeling, he was feeling a little afraid now. Yeah, for the minister's hand felt feebly for a handkerchief from his pocket. So he was so weak now, there was no strength even to hold the handkerchief. Yeah. He gave a long, low moan and tried to speak. So this McClary, who was injured basically, he tried to speak but not able to speak actually. Stephens bring the police and the ambulance because this man was about to take to the hospital. The handkerchief was a sticky, squelchy wedge of cloth. McClary slowly raised himself, his face twisted tightly with pain. Don't worry about the ambulance, man. I'm right. Get the police. I know where so he said, don't worry, don't just call the ambulance right now. I know where that man. So please call the police, please call the governor. I want to tell you where that man might have run. He knew about his whereabouts actually. So he said that, then he came. So his hand felt along the table, found the German question paper. He picked up a German question paper, grasped it tightly in his blood-stained hand. Get the governor, I know where Ivan. So he said, call the governor fast, I know where the Ivan is. Almost immediately, sirens, everyone came. Jackson, Stephen, everyone was there. Prison yard governor, everyone came there. So you must get you to hospital immediately. I just don't. Yes, call the police. Yes, they're on their way. But I'm right. Look. He said, don't worry what I mean. So he mentioned about the whereabouts. A photocopied sheet. So McClary said that a photocopied sheet was attached on the last page of the question paper. A photocopied sheet had been carefully and cleverly superimposed over the originally blank last page of the question paper. So the last page, which always used to be blank, there was a photocopied sheet was pasted carefully and cleverly for this Ivan Zoli. You see, he said. His voice trailed off again as the governor, dredging the layers of long neglected learning, willed himself to translate the German text before. So there was a German text written, and it's written, you must follow the plan already something. The vital point in time is 3 minutes. In the last 3 minutes, everything happened there. Don't hit him too hard. Remember, he is a minister, and don't overdo the scouts extent to win. So it's written in the German text here, don't hit that invigilator too hard. He is the minister, basically a clergyman, and don't overdo the scouts accent also. So don't show while speaking also. In the last 3 minutes, everything happened. So right now we are covering it up here only. We are trying, so you need to understand that how Stephens noticed that McClary was looking slimmer, and when he came to see once before going to the canteen, he noticed a man on the chair injured in the whole blood, his face and everything was in blood, and that was McClary. And he called governor. He said he knew about the whereabouts of Ivan because there was on the last page of the question paper, German question paper, which usually used to be vacant. There was a photocopied sheet and there was a German text written, and there was a translation. Governor tried to read and have the translation for it. That in last 3 minutes these things happen. So I really hope this much is clear to you. Next we will continue in the next class. So submit the work timely without any reminder. Thank you and God bless you all.